What's good, Capital Bro C, and welcome to a trading video, not a slice of life. We're back at it, like I said in the last video. If you didn't watch my last video, it's basically just going over HFM and their new loyalty rewards. Card here, card there. Let's get to this card or this video right here. So this video will be very short. I think the title might give it away. It's basically about backlogging, or backtesting. So we've mentioned it multiple times on this channel, but even before starting trading and stuff, guys, it's important to backtest because then you can basically prove if what you're doing is working. So yeah, this is my backtesting, and this is HP3. So when we started trading, so I think this is year 4. I'm not exactly sure. I've lost track. So it's year 3, or I would say let's say year 3 because we're starting this year. So I say 3 plus. But this is only my second year going with HP3. So actually, the strategy I've been, not me personally, but me and Capital Bro F. I'm gonna say Capital Bro F. Been working on for about a year and a half, but backtesting it actually now it's been a year and like 3 months. So I'm just gonna show you if you want to compare. Use this as a guide because this is what you reference if you want to actually see if you're fucking mosquito, if what you're doing is basically working. So this is how it should look. So we have 3 versions of HP3. I'm not gonna explain HP3. It's ours. So if you're smart enough to figure it out, you're smart enough to figure it out. But at the point we are now, I'm not gonna explain it. But yeah, so this is what you look for. So we started in September 2024. So version 1 of HP3 was 66% win rate, and this is basically for the whole month. So HP3 V1, you tend to trade each day. With V2, we have a certain criteria if the EMA, for example, doesn't meet, and with V3, there's another criteria, which, for example, the range or what be. It basically, as the criteria gets more, you don't get as much trades, as you can see. So with V1, you let it trade each day. But for example, with the passes, like for example, your L, you would have traded with V1, but with V2, it passed, so that means you didn't take the trade. So you didn't trade with V2 that day, and with V3, there was none. So the criteria didn't meet. So this was the backtesting for September. As you can see, 66% for all the trades. There's all the trades, and so on. If we go to October, as you can see, it's basically 77, 76, 60%. So sometimes V1 is better, sometimes V2 is better. So depending on the criteria. But the only thing we've noticed with V2 and V3 is V3 will always have a trade in line with V2. So that's what we've noticed with our strategy or with HP3 so far. So there we can see 57, not just good months, definitely some bad months. As you can see, 57, 60, and 66. But our overall goal is to have it as above 65% because then you can be like, I'm a profitable trader, and that's obviously the yearly summary. So I mean, just go on November, 57, 60. December, as you can see, this is 2024. Here we got V1. As you can see, we have some bad ones. There we have 45%, 41%, and 50%. So see, yeah, this is definitely some bad months. So it's not just all sunshine and rainbows. March, as you can see, once again, a back-to-back bad month for V1. V2 basically just barely, and V3 skipping. So out of the 3, out for us, V3 is obviously the best. But then you get, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 trades for the month. So this is where discipline comes in with that sense, yeah. So April, you can see 42, 53, another bad month. So far it's like 6 to 4 bad months, 6 good months, 4 bad months. And then once again, 52, May was quite a good month. You can see there for all versions of HP3. Here we go, July. So that's basically it. And how we basically, now this is where we've reached year 1. So this was last year basically. So this is when we officially made a year with it. So then we did the yearly. So for V1 overall for the year it was 61%. So if you invested, for example, into a prop firm, you could have made some good money with the strategy. Similar to V2, 65, and V3 we had a 74, but then we readjusted. For example, if you only take the first 2 trades for V3, for example, if I put it, so if you take this trade, for example, this was a loss, this was a dub. So if you only take the first 2 trades for the V3, we would have had a 91%, which is crazy. But this is only for this. This could change this year, but that is crazy. If you're looking at, for example, let me do not start off. For example, in September, I only took this one, but then I didn't take this two, which you will be losing out. But then doing the average, you can basically get to 91%, because now you eliminating, for example, you take those 2 losses, then you wouldn't have taken the third trade here, and then you would have basically just gone to the next month, do again, take your dub here, take your dub, and then stop there. And so that would equivalent to basically 91%, which is crazy. But we didn't do that, we just worked it out. So now we're in the new split. So this is our second account for this in November. Here we go, 35%, which was bad. We literally started off bad split. You can see V3 there, you would have balanced out. They wouldn't have taken if you did the first 2 wins. So there we go again. So far V3 for this year, it's not been good. So you can see that's why we haven't been making as much trading videos throughout December and November. But yeah, you can see there, 35, 44, 40% bad, 50, 42, 37. So that's 2 bad months. And now currently we are in Jan. I think this is messed up. Yeah, so this should be January. We do it live. So Jan, we currently, as you can see, for V1, okay, what's the date to the 21st? Okay, I haven't done yesterday's and today's one. So currently we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, okay, this should be, I don't know why it is that color. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we 6 for 6 on V1, and on V2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, so we're still up, and then on V3. So currently Jan is doing better than, but that's basically 1 trade. So far the win percentage is 55, if we just had to rough estimate it. As you can see, this is the win percentage as we look. So backtesting, if you basically want to master your strategy, you're going to have to do backtesting. And also we had another sheet of where you, this, I'm not, no, nobody's asking for these things, but like for example, the prop form we failed for bull rush, we had this where you basically can log your trades like this. I'm not sure if you guys remember. So then you can set aside, you have 2%, 1%. So if you want the clean version of this, please do message or whatever, because then you can basically space yourself out and not, because a lot of what I've noticed, a lot of new people don't do this. Honestly, a lot of new people don't just trade, see $50, take the profit, go back, lose that $50, deposit again, and then the cycle goes on. So it's not going to be happen now. It's going to take time. As you can, looking at what I'm doing now, it's been 2 years and still to the point where I'm 5% profitable. So I'm literally only taking 5% from a market where I want to take 60 to 80% from a market, which basically becomes a full-time job. So it's not there yet, which is going to take time. So yeah, that's the video. Enough of me rambling. So hopefully this video gave you some insight and some motivation, guidance, all that jazz things. And yeah, so with that said, make sure to like, subscribe. It's only fair. And yeah, I'm Curtis, or Capital Bro C. I will spot you guys another one. Peace out.